Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is John and I'm the owner of You Don't Know JAK BBQ, which is located here in Central Texas. That's right, the great state of Texas. Yeah, barbecue, Texas, margaritas, fajitas, Tex-Mex. Yeah, now we're talking. I just kind of want to explain to y'all about how I came to barbecuing from a little country boy up in Connecticut. I like to keep my barbecue traditional. I've seen a lot of these videos and all the recipes look so good, but there's just too many steps, and honestly they take in a perfectly good piece of ribeye, add a little razzle dazzle, hizzle hazzle, and you got some great dish, where you can get just as of a great dish just by throw some salt and pepper on that steak, and throw it on the grill, high temperature, a couple minutes aside, flip it over, get you some char marks, and let it rest. It's simple, right? Steaks are simple. And so we'll go over some of these some of my recipes that I do. And game day foods, I'm pretty good at. I'm not a culinary expert, but I have like 20 years experience, just growing up through the military and coming home and cooking for 5 children. Things weren't always great. You had a couple kids that don't like sauce, or they don't like this or like that, so you have to come up with some ways to kind of accommodate to the children, but at the same time, family time to me, dinner time was a great way to get the family together. We talk about the school days that they had and how their day went and how my day went, and we just had a way of bonding during dinner time. And today it just seems like everything is so hustle and bustle, everything's done so fast that we don't just take the time with your kids or families and just enjoy each other's company over some dinner, or over some food rather. And so I'm thinking barbecue is good food, great family, great friends, and just enjoying each other's company. And so that's kind of where I want to gear my videos towards. So I'd ask if you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe button, whichever side it pops up on the screen. Go ahead and do that so I can get you guys some good content. And so my journey begins way back when I was I don't know, about this tall or so, and growing up in Connecticut. We didn't do too much barbecuing or smoking the meats. My dad, he would make this killer barbecue chicken, and so we would have that on Sundays. And so I remember, I don't even know what he put on it, but I know he made his own sauce. He put a sauce on it. If he had that nice blue smoke just shooting up from that little Weber kettle he had, and it smelled so delicious. And the neighborhood kids would come over. I remember Bob, good old Bob, he would have the barbecue chicken but no sides. So yeah, Bob, he's kind of a connoisseur. So I remember eating the chicken, and that's really about it, really. Then I joined the military, and it wasn't until I got stationed in Germany back in 1999, 99 to 2002, I was in Germany. And how we lived, they had like these apartment buildings, and they were about 3 or 4 stories high, and each stairwell had roughly 6 to 8 different families in there. And so through the military, through the course of the year, people move in and move out, and a lot of equipment and things were left behind. One of them happened to be a charcoal grill. So I went to the shop at, which was down the street. A shop at, if you don't know, is like a convenience store. They sell gas, alcohol, cigarettes, candy, chips, that type of stuff. It's like your convenience store. And so I went there, I picked up some charcoal, I picked up some lighter fluid and some matches. Went home, I had some steaks. I don't even remember if I seasoned them or not, but I do remember going to the grill, putting the charcoal in, dousing it with lighter fluid, lighting it. Up came the flames, and I was like, yes, I got fire. So let me go back upstairs, grab my steaks. They'll be good to go, right? So I come back down with the steaks, and the fire's out. Looking around like, what the hell's going on? So I take the lid off, or I take off the grate, put some more lighter fluid on there, and lit the coals, and up came the fire again. Woohoo, I got fire. Yeah, I'm cooking. Got the steaks put on the grill. 5 minutes later, the fire will die down. Okay, so I repeated the process probably a good 3 or 4 times. By this time, I'm irritated, I'm annoyed with grilling. I say, you know, screw this. I just go upstairs and turn on my broiler and throw them in the oven that way. And about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I hear a knock on my door. My neighbor comes up and said, hey, are you going to be using that grill? I said, no, man, the grill's not working. He's like, whatever, man, you got some hot coals. Are you going to use it? I was like, no, go ahead. He goes, thank you. I shut the door, and as soon as I shut it, a big old light went ding. You're supposed to let the charcoal sit for about 30 minutes, and then it ashes over and becomes hot. So that was my introduction to really barbecue for myself. And so fast forward, geez, 15 to 18 years later, and I get stationed here at Fort Hood, home of the Great Place. So yeah, I got stationed here, 2012, and I retired in 2017. But when I first got here, I remember we were watching TV while I was flipping through the channels, and I seen barbecue pitmasters. And I'm like, alright, this looks good. You know, watching Aaron Franklin, Myron Mixon, Tuffy Stone, you know, all the Moke San, you know, shout out to all those guys and gals that were that paved the way for us. Probably for the majority of us now that I'm on YouTube, you can always revert back to pitmasters or look at one of those videos for some inspiration or some kind of guidance or help. So I credit a lot of my barbecue knowledge with those guys and gals. So we were watching it, and they were doing ribs, and they talked about the cut of the rib, you know, how to prepare it, what you want to put on it, how hot the temperature you want to cook it, how long you want to cook it, do you want to let it rest, do you wrap it in foil, do you not wrap it in foil. So I started writing down all these notes. At about the 3rd episode, I was like, you know what, I bet you I can make some ribs. It looks simple. So I went to my local store down the street, got me a couple slabs of ribs, got my notes out, I started trimming it like those guys. I lift back, you know, pull out the membrane, put some olive oil on it, salt, pepper, some brown sugar, maybe some paprika, and some maybe garlic, salt, or whatever. I got the grill going. It was probably about 275, and I cooked them, Jesus, maybe 3 hours or so, and then I took them off and I wrapped them up in foil for another hour or two, and I pulled them off. Just this beautiful mahogany looking color ribs that were right there, and it took the rib and it came right out. Ribs were so tender. My family loved them, and I was like, shit, this is pretty easy. That's my first one too. But don't get me wrong, I've botched up many of ribs, brisket, you know, chicken. You either undercook it or you overcook it. You know, just a few things that I've botched up along the way, and I've heard this 1,000 times, so I'm going to say it again. You only make good barbecue by making bad barbecue. And so my story continued with just grilling and smoking more meats, researching on the internet, looking at videos, getting inspiration, getting ideas from other people, until I could really hone in on my own stuff that I was doing. So I ended up making my own barbecue sauce. I ended up making my own rubs. I'll provide a link for all my stuff that I sell and all my equipment that I use. I'll also put them in the comments. So if you have any questions on stuff that I use or whatever, just throw them in the comments and I'll go ahead and answer the best of my abilities. But we ended up having friends over. Yeah, they'd come over for my barbecue, probably, we throw these parties, 2 or 3 times a week. Barbecue, booze, name it. I do events, and so where I'm at now is I want to try to do some YouTube videos. Surprise, hence here I am. And so this year, hopefully it'll take off really well for us, and I appreciate you sticking out through the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, please like and subscribe if you like the content. Thank you for joining my channel, and God bless you. We'll see you soon.